Hey guys, so this is war number 10. We're versus DSVG. This is a pretty light war for me. I only have 4 fights, but as always, I'm going to be boosting up, taking it, super serious, just trying to do my part. So this first fight is a thing. I feel like I fight thing every war now at this point. This one isn't bad. It's a rank 3 only. I feel like almost every other one I've been fighting is a rank 4. And then it's just path 1, so he's going to get some regen, but it's not that big of a deal. So this fight was not worried about at all. Just going to be a pretty normal Falcon fight, trying to get that special 2 off in time for my locked on. Now my locked on is off, so I'm going to have to watch the rock stacks, but I don't think those even come into play. Yeah, lock back on, and he's going to be dead pretty soon. Yeah, he gets down to 1% and starts regening. Thought that was pretty funny. While I was in the fight, it's just like, okay, just going to be another combo. But that is down, and then I have this Mangog. I have a doomed Mangog before with this Mystic. It was actually on node 20, which is right after this for the little section mini. This one does have Masochism as well. I was kind of going back and forth who to use for this one between Falcon and Doom. It was left up to me. But I do play this one really bad, actually. I trigger Dex right there, so I opt to just heavy, get the Mystic going. That also kind of helps with spacing. There, trigger Masochism, make sure to not punish it. And yeah, just gonna start doing Doom stuff. And I did do something that I was not the biggest fan of right here. So right there, if you noticed, I did trigger Dex before throwing a special 3. So I wasn't sure if Mystic would apply after the special 3. Just never tested that interaction. So you'll see I just do 1 hit after this, and then I back off to see. See, right there. So that was not the best move, but I do recover it just fine. Still some power. And the goal is just basically get to that special 2. Hit a nice little intercept, still a little bit more power, throw a special 2, and the fight's over. So I wasn't sure about that interaction, and I wasn't going to risk it. Did not want to die. Ended it with 98%, and that is my only fight with Doom this war. My next 2 will actually be with Nebula. This fight was not worried about. I've done it so many times. I'm actually going to use the invulnerability boost for this, and I have not used the invuln boost on this fight for a long time just because of how comfortable I am with it. But I just kind of had a feeling this time here. Don't know what I was doing. This is when it was really late for me right here. I just wanted to get this down so I could clear my alliance mates that were by me. And this is my worst EMP APOC fight. You'll see how close it gets. So it's gonna be pretty normal. He's throwing heavies a lot, which is not a big deal. Alright, there. Get the parry off. Trying to bait the special 1. And just like always, I'm gonna Dex that last hit. The biggest trick to this fight is watching the bubble shield right there. I just hesitate. I don't know why. So he gets a parry. And there goes the invuln boost. So glad I used that. Here he's at 8. And here's a really sketchy spot that I'm in. He's at 10. He has a special. So I dex the medium to trigger the unblockable. Then he throws the special. At this point, I'm losing this fight. I have less health than he is. Those shocks help change that. But his specials are starting to do a lot of damage. So I'm trying to bait that out. He's not wanting to throw it. Hitting his block to create some space. And where does he get super bad? So I did trigger that unblockable with that last Dex on the special. Here, he's almost dead. I get down to 3% because I did not Dex that last hit. And I did get the 1-shot. Just was not the best fight. That did cost me a lot of health potions. So My last fight is this Nimrod. Super comfortable with this. I did use a combat regen boost just because I'd already used a lot of items and I only had 4 fights, and I don't need an invuln boost or anything for this fight. I actually prefer it without the power start 1 boost. I just like being able to punish it without being scared of hitting 3 bars before I reach my 20 shocks. So I've done this fight so many times. Probably the most easy fight on the map for me personally. Nebula will just always completely shut this down here, trying to bait the special 1. I just like to bait it because you can get about 3 shocks every time he throws it just while waiting for it. So dex the little last part for no real reason. Here I'm at 2 bars of power. You want to make sure that you're at 2 bars of power before you parry, so you don't get power locked while trying to get to the second bar. Parry, special 2, 40 shocks, he's dead. So that is my war. Only 4 fights, not the best fights, but you know, got it done. We did lose the war, so we do have to win out for the rest of the season to try to get masters. So hopefully that does work out for us. But yep, that is my war. DSVG played really well. So thank you guys so much for watching.